Hare Krishna. So we continue the description of hell. There are three hells here. First one is for the people, professional plunderers, and for the administrators. Sharamayadana. So everything is known by the activity. So now we are coming to the discussion of three more hells. First one is Saramayadana. How many hells are there? 28. All dangerous. Now this is for the people, not for good people. But in material world it is difficult to stay without mistakes. But there are different kind of mistakes and different kind of punishment. There is a correction. These are all rehabilitation centers. Correction. Now this is for the person who plunders. We go to somebody's house and plunder his house, throw everything out. So there is Saramayadana for you. What will happen there? Dogs will come. How many? 720 dogs. And they're very ferocious. The dogs are very, very ferocious. And they will devour you. And not only, therefore it is said in the Ishopanishad, Ishavadamidam sarvam yatkinchit jagatyam jagat tena taktena bhunjita magrida kasudhanam. Very nice important verse in Ishopanishad. It said everything is owned by the Lord. Okay? Everything belongs to the Lord. And by Lord's will, somebody has something, somebody has something. Don't try to plunder other person. It's not correct. Okay? But this principle is not honored. That's why we get envious. In fact, we can come out of envy. If we understand this principle, it's a Krishna's kindness. He has something. Now, why you are becoming envious of the Lord itself? When you're becoming envious of Him, you're becoming envious of the Lord. Why God has given Him so much? Okay, na? Just like suppose somebody has a nice mobile. Okay, we have no problem with the mobile. We have problem why he has that mobile. We don't want him to have that. We are envious of him. We don't know at the same time as Krishna's wish. He has it. Why you get envious? Therefore, Chanakya Pandit says, Matriyata Paradareshu Paradarveshu Loshtavat Atmata Sarabhuteshu Yapashati Sapandita. Pandit means what? Matriyata Paradareshu. If he sees any woman, he says, mother. Actually, we go to college, there's a big problem. By mistake, you say, yes, Mataji, say, whole class will start laughing. Because culture has changed now. Nobody says Mataji for a woman. At least the young generation, they can't handle it. What? Mataji, Mataji, and they make fun of that guy. But that's Vedic culture. Brahmachari, at least, whenever he sees a woman, yes, Mataji. Okay. So it's one. Matriyat Paradareshu. Paradarvesh Lostavat. If he sees possession of anybody, he takes it like a stone in the ground. There's nothing. You do get excited. Suppose you have collected some stones. He has collected some stones. Okay. We don't get attracted or envious. So like that. Paradavesh. What I have to do? Krishna has sanctioned for him something. Why I have to get envious? But some people can't handle this. Why he has that? Somehow let me take it away. That is called plunderer. And they do that. Envious. Previously, culture was not so degraded. But such people are there. Otherwise, hell, why that 5,000 years ago, hell is talked about, such kind of hell is for such people. These tendencies are always there. But people are less. Prabhupada used to say, people are so gentle, they can die of starvation, but they'll not plunder another person. They'll not do that. In fact, there was artificial, Prabhupada says, in his time, that artificial famine created in Bengal at that time. There were the war, and British government wanted people to join the war, so they created artificial famine. So then, people have to look for food, so they take a job in army and go and fight. So Prabhupada said, I saw so many people dying at that time. Because of famine, they die. But they didn't plunder. And here we have, even the richest of country, they had this big, what was a cyclone? It was a very big cyclone. 2-3 years ago, it hit very badly in America. Cyclone or hurricane, there is a name for it, some name. And it affected an area. So everything was dismantled in that area. The electric lines, everything was dismantled. You cannot imagine how they behaved. The respectable public, so-called America, started looting. That's how the people are. You may be keeping them in comfortable position, okay, they'll sit silent. Just make little testing condition. Person's real quality comes out. Okay? Just like I may say, I'm very shant, I'm peaceful. Yeah. Start disturbing. Hey, the pagal lagta hai. Start saying something. It will come to know how much deep inside I am peaceful. Agree? ऐसा तो सभी नहा धो के सब लोग सभी लगते हैं संत हैं, और थोड़ा डिस्टर्बेंस शुरू करो, you can come to know how much is actually peaceful. So society also in testing conditions is not able to show any qualities. So many places that happen. Where somebody was telling, they had in Visakhapatnam itself, there was a big last year, that was saying what kind of looting was happening. Gentlemen people. Forget about this. Are hamara idhar Coca-Cola ka that thing vehicle fell. Instead of helping the driver, people uske girne tak hi sare crate khali ho gaye. And not people are telling their children. Good people. To be like. To you also bring that. Very degraded society. So this is no character, no principles. People are not satisfied. Primarily people are not satisfied with God, what God has given. And the aspirations have become very high. It's not that the people have become very educated, very qualified. The aspirations are very high. In this condition, it is very difficult. Therefore, we see there is no labor available now. It's not that they have become qualified for big jobs. The aspiration is they want to reach the sky, and qualification is zero. Not only for that, for everybody. So in this situation, how do you expect peace? So anyway, when you transgress you cross the boundary, just like it is said, a snake comes inside the house, he's crossed the boundary. He is not supposed to come in civilian areas. There is no sin therefore in killing a snake when he enters a civilian area, because he is putting life of people to danger. Yeah? There is no non-violence there now. Snake is coming there. You don't attack, some danger may happen. He is not allowed to enter. He should not enter civilian areas. So similarly, snake can say, what did I do? No, you crossed the boundary. You should stay in forest. Why did you enter civilian area? Life is at risk you are putting. So similarly, somebody crosses this boundary, that he goes and plunders somebody's house. Be ready now for severe punishment of Yamaraj. Every act is being noted. So we should be very careful. But basic principle why in the society so much looting or things are there, the reason is the people are not satisfied. People are not satisfied with God's given gift. Just like yesterday night we were discussing. Particularly the Brahminical people in the Vedic culture, they used to be very satisfied with basic nothing. Very happy and satisfied. And the person cannot have any advancement in spiritual life unless he is happy with what he has. If he has zero spiritual advancement, zero. If he is, this is not there, he is not spiritual. Let him become a karmi then. Devotee means whatever God has given, he should be very happy and satisfied. You see the proper situation. He had a situation where for 30-40 years, practically there was zero success in his preaching. You can read his purports of Bhagavatam, first canto we read. You can see he's completely peaceful. Completely. That is what a quality is needed today. Because of will of the Lord in a particular situation, you may not be able to do something. But you can continue chanting, reading, and advance your Krishna consciousness. Whatever Krishna is allowing you, serve peacefully and be happy. अशांत होने से क्या होने वाला है? You are going to destroy your spiritual life. Unnecessarily for some material things, suppose somebody get disturbed, correct? You will destroy your spiritual life. Then this is called prayasa. Prayasa means we should not over endeavor. That's called prayasa. Okay? So it requires a lot of maturity to be peaceful and happy in any condition. Otherwise, one cannot follow even regulated principles cannot be followed. Correct? Ashant man se kya karega aadmi? He is a disturbance actually. Nobody wants to sit with him. Ashant. Correct? Everybody should be peaceful and happy. Happy with what Lord has given, and whatever. We are small jivas. Whatever we can do to serve the Lord, we continue. Not everything is everybody can do. We are not Vishnu. We are jivas. But we try our best and be happy and satisfied whatever God is best doing. And in that platform, evam prasanna manasa bhagavad bhakti yogataha, then you can understand God. Unless you're peaceful and happy, you can't understand God. Very important. And then the next thing comes here, the government. Unfortunately, even the government can act like plunderers, which is very much true. And in America, it is again happening. The government of America, the new president, their debates started. They're proposing, we will do this, we will create this. By what? We'll tax the rich nicely. That is also plundering. Actually, the government tax should not be more than 25%. Some of the sense has come to Indian government. They're also proposing they'll not have a tax more than 25%. Then people hide. When you create unnaturally high tax, all the business people hide. Why? Unreasonable. You're charging me 40%, 50%. There was once in India 90%. You remember? There was once in India 90%. Who will declare? He's a madman or what? He will hide here. They say that people are hiding cash in Switzerland. What they will do? And where is the incentive? Just like in communist countries, they created this funny thing that everybody should get same amount of money. Doesn't mind what he does. Let me be professor, let me be farmer, let me be businessman. It's all nonsense ideas. It's not practical ideas. A Vaishya will definitely work for money. You tell him you will get same salary, he will not work. You tell somebody in office, you work till 5 o'clock, you work till 10 o'clock, I'll give you same money. He will not work 1 minute more. Why I'll work more? He'll refuse. So different people need different incentives. A Brahmana, yes, he will work as a duty and he will be engaged in Brahminical activities, patan, other activities, teaching and worship of the Lord. A Kshatriya will engage in administration. Vaishya will engage in making money. Today, Kali Yuga society, above to you forget, they're either Shudras or Vaishya. They are no third and fourth class. They exist, but they are imposters. They are not qualified for their job. Now, either we have Shudras in the society or we have some Vaishyas. Okay? Shudra means labor. Vaishya means who has capacity to create revenue. Just like people all look for a job. They are Shudras. Any person looking for a job is a Shudra. Shudra definition means he wants a master. He cannot live without. Vaishya means you can create revenue. He has intelligence. I can buy from there, sell there. I can do agriculture. I can make money. He can create resources. He can give labor therefore. Okay. But his incentive is to make money. Vaishya wants money. He wants comforts. You cannot put him on the Brahminical platform. He is not on the platform. Kshatriya wants power. Okay. And Brahmana wants knowledge. He doesn't want money and power. But today there are no Brahmana, neither Brahminical activities are appreciated. What are you doing? I am learning now Gita. Why are you wasting your time? People will say, you should make money. Don't be satisfied what you have. More, you should try. Such silly civilization. So now comes a Vaishya. You tell a Vaishya that 90% whatever you earn, I'll tax. He will lose incentive to work. Therefore, communism failed in Russia. It failed, even in China it has failed now. People are millionaires. The philosophy is communism. The billionaires are there in China now. Philosophy is communism. This is all contradiction. They don't have a Siddhanta. What Siddhanta to work? Yeah? This is the perfect Siddhanta. It was a failure. They wanted to create a classless society. It was a failure. People are different. We cannot have all people are of the same size. People are different natures. We have to just dovetail their tendencies in such a way it is for the good of the society. We need to dovetail. We have nothing wrong with the Vaishya. Provided, just like a kitchen. Kitchen is needed. So otherwise we will not eat. So Vaishya is the kitchen for the whole, just like a stomach for the whole society. So this becomes another feature of Vaishya. But when the government start taxing arbitrarily very high, and as far as we knew, it was 25% of the profit, not 25% of your revenue, of the profit. If you have profit, there is tax. If there is no profit, there is no tax. But today it's not like that. Ask a businessman. You have no profit, still you pay tax. What is this nonsense? On what you are taxing me? No, you pay tax. What is it? Okay, so the force. And not only there are not one, there are 100 varieties of tax. This tax, that tax, this tax, that tax. Simply tax. There is a Prabhupada class. Simply tax. Prabhupada also had done business in his previous hour. He was very much aware of these things. He said, no, it's not good. Then the incentive we are taking away. But when the government arbitrarily taxes the people, business people, they also become plunderers. And they are also punished. They are equally punished to a highway robber. And we know today, they collect tax and after that how they, it is said in Kali Yuga, the criminals become the government officers. And officially they collect money from everybody and loot and enjoy. Dasyu. There are two. One is the pickpocket. Pickpocket will come and, from your pocket take one purse and run away. Dasyu means I come to your house and take away everything. So government is compared, they use the word Dasyu. Dasyu is like who plunders completely. He's not just a pickpocket. So unfortunately in Kali Yuga, government around the world are all Dasyus, plunderers. They just plunder innocent people and they make all the money for themselves. And there's nothing they give back to the society. This is being expected here. So nothing strange what we are seeing in the society, but they may think they are very successful. Yamaduta is waiting for them. Where they are waiting? Sharameyadana, with the 720 dogs for them. Come. And the dogs will bite them to pieces. And they will remind them, did you do that? Yes, I did that. Now take the punishment. In Yamaloka, very interesting, when they punish you, they remind you also of the sin. So you repent. Yes, why did I do that? Why did I do? The next one was lies in a transaction of business. You cheat somebody. Take care. This is avichimat. It's very much common. Sometimes happens in the business. Some people take advantage of some loopholes and they take your money in business. You do a transaction and your money is gone. They say that you didn't give me money. If they take advantage, they cheat in business. Correct? You give some money to somebody and he says you never give me. In business this happens sometimes. Cheating occurs. For this, and how much a person feels broken hearted and shaken and cheated. How much pain person feels. You have cheated me. Many times this happens. You give some money to the shopkeeper, say you never gave me the money. It can happen in business. In transactions there are cheatings. Transactions, cheating can occur. It does occur. So does Krishna punish them? Yes. Yamaduta is waiting. What is the name of the hell called? Avichimat. Avichimat means there is no water there. Correct? This is the one. And they take him to the top of the mountain and throw. Head first he is thrown. He falls. He breaks his bones. He is having something called a yatana sharira. Like this sharira is there, no? Bhautik sharira. That sharira is not given. Because in this, once I throw you, you will die, no? So you will not die in the yatana sharira. They will keep throwing you again and again. And same pain you will have. Oh, my bones are broken, head is broken. Again they'll pick you, again they'll throw. So that punishment will be given when you cheat somebody in any transaction. Therefore, our life should be what is said as satovritti. Should be very honest and gentleman. Why cheat somebody? Why cheat somebody? There was somebody who was telling he inherited a building and he wanted to sell the building, but there are few tenants there. They're not evacuating. He is going to High Court. They are going to Supreme Court. So what you will do? Openly they know they are cheating. They are tenants. They should pay their rent and go. But they say when you have a tenant for a very long time, he doesn't leave. You know this drama. That you be so careful. So he said, I am stuck. What do I do? Open cheating. Yeah, you may be thinking you are very clever. Nowadays, when you do like that, people say, yeah, you are very clever. Sometimes you buy a land with some tenant who is not leaving. It's a big trouble. It's a big trouble. People don't buy such land because then you have to satisfy the tenant and any amount he can ask. So there is so funny things are there. So what happens in this case is that Yamadutas are watching for you and they have a hell ready for you, avichimat. Anyway, you'll not live forever. You think I cheated him? That's okay. You're going to die now. Come. They have a hell called avichimat. What they will do? They take you to the top and they will throw you. You fall on the ground, break your bones, again they will take you. Are you not die? You will not die. That's the yatana sharira. They'll keep cooking on the kadai. You will feel the same pain as you have if I put anybody on the kadai, but you will not die. Keep frying. So that is what. And they will remind you, did you cheat? Yes, I cheated. Why did you do that? I should not have done. Then the third hell we read was Ahaya Pana. Now there are three sections of society: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and then there is Shudra. Shudra is allowed to drink. Why? Because he openly declares, I cannot follow any principles. So being a Shudra itself becomes a punishment then of society. But he is not given any responsibility. Shudra has never given one paisa. Today, that is the mistake of the modern civilization. All the jobs that you are having, they should not give one paisa. Because you give money, they drink. Shudra in a Vedic culture was never given money. He was maintained, but never, because he is not giving a commitment. Give a commitment. But if you give commitment and you don't follow, then ready for Yamudutas. See, either way it is. If you say, I cannot follow principles, yes, take a broom, sweep the street. That itself is a punishment, no? You are the last class man, always given orders and all. But then you say, no, I'm a Brahmana, I am a king, I am a businessman, and you're doing all the vices. Be ready. What is the hell now? Ahayapana. So you have taken a vow. You will not do, but you did. That's why I said no, under vow. You have taken a vow. That's called diksha, no? हमारे ISKCON में diksha क्या होता है? We give a commitment. Whole life, they will ask, no? Guru will ask, what are the 4 principles you'll follow? Yeah, I will not drink, I will not. Sometimes they get confused also. I've seen the tension time. He may be practicing so many years, he will not be able to tell the 4. That time he forgets because all crowd is watching. Yeah, what will not do? No intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex. Fourth one. No meat eating. So these 4 commitments he gives. But after giving the commitment, if he does, under vow, you have taken a vow you not to do. And because you taken a vow, you are giving privileged position. Whole society is giving you namaskar, you are sadhu, and you are doing these things. Be ready. And in this case, what is that? Avayapana. Sorry, Ayapana. Ayapana means where they will hold your mouth and they will put inside your mouth molten iron. Drink. You drank, no? Yes, I drank. Now you drink, no? They are giving you. Drink nicely. And whole body will burn. You will not die. But pain is same. This is the problem with Yatana Sharira. Yatana Sharira is made for punishment. A normal body, you put 1 drop only, he will die there. Here you will not die. Because Yatana Sharira, they will keep pouring. Pour. Enjoy. Enjoy no liquor. Drink. Just imagine now. How much punishment people will give who giving money to such people. They will also punish. The companies now, they call this, that. All the so-called youth of today. What we have done, this is called advancement of what? They go to the big cities, so-called metros. Another hell they have created. And then there, they all work for 4-5 days. Morning to night they work like bakaras, donkeys. Shudras only at the end of it. Not even Shudra, less than Shudra, because they don't follow something else. Shudra also something. Shudra has to obey. He has to be honest. There are some rules for Shudra also. But he doesn't follow that also. And then, what happens after that? They give them salary. Lot of money they give them. 1 lakh, 50,000, 10 lakh. How big salaries are for Shudras nowadays? Shudras are not supposed to be given money. Why? He has not taken commitment that he will not drink. He has not given commitment. So, third-rate people. And then they lie because they remain Shudras. And if you remain Shudra, there is another hell. We read that. If you exit as a Shudra, there is another hell. So therefore, these things are not good. A person should therefore be qualified, properly trained. Human life is, even if I am in a degraded condition, I should try to elevate myself and reach the lotus feet of the Lord. Otherwise, these hells are waiting. So life is not, has to be very, very responsible. Every moment you are being watched. He is waiting. What is his name? Chitra Gupta. He is waiting. One more. He is waiting, making list after list. Just like somebody, ration shop you go, making list they make, no? In they write, like Chitra Gupta is waiting. But at the same time, Krishna is also waiting whenever you do devotion service. And that will save us. But such kind of irresponsible acts will not save us. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki,